Hey guys, AngryMonkey here with another Retro Game Treasure unboxing video. This is my first one of the year. Super excited to see what we got in the month of January. For those who are new to the channel and you're wondering what this is a video game subscription service that sends you 3 to 5 games to your house every month to add to your personal collection. This is not a rental service, you get to keep these games. And these games come on a wide variety of different consoles, whether you want to go old school with, say, an Atari 2600 or Intellivision. If you're a Nintendo collector, where you can get NES, Super Nintendo, 64, GameCube, Wii U, as well as the portable stuff of the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, and 3DS. You got a bunch of Sega options with the Sega Master System, the Sega Genesis, the Sega CD, the Sega Dreamcast, the Sega Game Gear. I did not say Saturn, that was on purpose, and also don't expect Sega CD or Dreamcast games, but I have gotten one of each of those before in the... How long have I had this? May of 2019. So I'm getting close to 7 years of having the service, and I've gotten a lot of really cool stuff. Anyway, also PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as PSP, original Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and some of those Xbox One games are also new enough to actually say Series X on there as well. I've gotten some of those in there. So yeah, you can get stuff going all the way back to like 1977 and as recently as like 2022 or something. Like I said, I got some of those new Xbox One games that say Series X on them as well. So um, yeah, you can go really retro or pretty recent. All depends on how you felt the survey, and we'll go over that in a minute. But before we talk about the survey, I gotta talk about two very important things that you need to take into consideration before you get your first box, and that is the wish list and the checklist. So the checklist is if you're somebody like me who's got like almost 2,000 games in their collection or something crazy like that. I haven't counted in a while. This is a way that you can check off the games that you have to make sure you don't get duplicates in your box. Now you got to make sure you check off all versions of that game. I got Star Wars Battlefront on PS2, for example. You got to make sure you check off both the standard Black Label version and the Red Label Greatest Hits version, unless you want both versions. I don't think you would. Some people might. I don't know. But I've got the Red Label Greatest Hits version. I am perfectly fine with that. I can enjoy that on my PS2 whenever I want. So I'm happy with that. Just make sure you check off both versions of that game. I also recommend hopping over to the original Xbox and checking it off on there as well, because again, it's a duplicate game for you, but to Retro Game Treasure, it is a separate game entirely. So yeah, just make sure you cover your bases and check it off on all consoles. Maybe even check like PS2 versus PS3, stuff like that on certain games. Just because you don't want to get a duplicate game. You only get 3 to 5 games in your box, and you don't want to pull out your first game and be like, I already got this on PS2. So anyway, that is something that I have learned the hard way repeatedly of, oh, I have this game on this console, I forgot to check it off on this console. That happens more often than not. Like, last month was the first time I didn't get a duplicate in quite a while. There's also the wish list feature, where you can, if there's a game that you're looking for, you put that on the wish list and you might get it in your box. Don't expect Earthbound or something crazy like that, because this is a $40 service. You're not going to get your $250 Earthbound game in your $40 box. But let's just say that you recently got a Super Nintendo and you're like, hey, I really want to play Mario World. Okay, that's realistic to have in your box. So yeah, just sure, go ahead and check off Earthbound 2. I've got it on my wish list. I'm never going to get it through RGT, but it's on there anyway because why not? But thanks to my massive wish list that I do have, I'm pretty consistent on getting a wish list item every month. Sometimes I've even gotten 2 wish list items in a single box just because I got a big wish list. Because I don't know, there's a bunch of different consoles and a bunch of different games and different genres and all that stuff. I mean, I've got how many consoles? Like 40 consoles and like 2,000 games or close to it, ranging for different genres. So yeah, I've got a big wish list. But the last important thing to do is to fill out the survey itself, which is how they can build this custom box for you which will be different from Jim Bob's down the road, even if you and Jim Bob have the same taste in video games. That does not guarantee the same box, which is pretty fun. Anyway, go on there, fill out the survey, and on that survey, that helps you fill out the genres of games that you like, and also a way to don't check what you don't like. So if you don't like sports games, because most of us don't like sports games in our boxes, some do. That's an option. If you do enjoy playing, I don't know, some NES football game or whatever, cool, check off that you like getting sports games. But if you don't like sports games, don't check sports games and you won't get the sports games. But you can check off that you like getting platformers or shooters or arcade games, RPGs, horror games. Like I said, check off what you like and don't check what you don't like. Along with that, you can also do the subcategory of like themes or whatever, if you like getting Pokemon games or Disney games, anime based games, wrestling, skateboard, NASCAR, whatever it is. Again, check what you like and don't check what you don't like. Obviously, there's the consoles on there as well, and just a fun way to customize this box. You can get imported games in here. I've gotten some imported GameCube games in this before. I've gotten some imported Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, like some of the Mega Man Battle Network games, or I got a Wario 4, one of the Wario games on Game Boy Advance. I got that imported, but you know what? That's fine, because I can play a lot of these games in Japanese, and sometimes the language doesn't matter. Like Wario, it's a platformer. Like, there's not a lot of reading anyway, and you can enjoy a lot of these games for way cheaper. Or something like, I don't know, Chrono Trigger, if you get the Japanese version of that. Well, okay, there's a lot of reading in that, but what I mean is you can get that game pretty cheap, and I can play that game in Japanese, and I've got a language patch on my Retron 5, so I can play Chrono Trigger in English on a physical Japanese cartridge. So anyway, I'm basically saying, sure, I don't mind getting imported games, but you can also customize it of I don't want kids games, or I do want kids games, or I do want rated M games, or I don't want rated M games. Just a fun way to customize this to be as customized as you can imagine, pretty much. Alright, I've been rambling on for a while, so let's go ahead and open this. This box is hefty, so that is really exciting. As always, I have the box facing backwards, so when I pull out the first game, we don't get spoilers of what our next game is. But before we pull out our first game, I gotta point out the most important thing that we get in our box almost every month is the Air Defender lights from DiscountYourPillows.com, where pillows are inflated, not prices. Like I said, this is the most important thing that we can ever get in our box to ensure that our boxes or our games are well protected. Thank you. Thank you. You guys did a great job. Okay, wow. I feel an Xbox One game, a PS4 game, and a game that's the entire length of the box, and I feel there's probably a fourth game in here, but anyway, we'll start off with this one on top. This is an Xbox One game, and we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember what I said earlier about possibly getting a Series X game? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can actually possibly get a Xbox Series X game in your RetroGameTreasure. I mean, technically this is Xbox One, but yeah, optimized for Xbox Series X. It came out in 2021. Like, this is 5 years ago. How is this retro? But anyway, all new story, become Star-Lord, save the universe. I don't know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never seen the movies. In fact, the only of the Marvel Cinematic Universe I've seen was the first Avengers movie, and that was at somebody's house, like 2013 or something. And I'm thinking, like, I have no idea what's going on, because they probably expect you to have watched everything leading up to the first Avengers movie. Because I remember thinking, like, okay, why are we just fighting Loki? Like, shouldn't this be reserved for a Thor movie? I didn't realize that they were all connected and all that. I don't know. But anyway, I got Guardians of the Galaxy on Xbox One, or really Series X. Okay, this next one is a PS4 game, and we got Life is Strange, Before the Storm. We got a bonus episode in here too. That's pretty cool. Do I have this game? I feel like I have heard of it. Huh. Well, my PS4 games are right here. Okay, it's not on my shelf. Why do I know this game like I have it? Is there like a... Is it a PS3 game, maybe? I don't know why this game sounds familiar. Maybe it is a new game for me. That's exciting. So I think this is one of those, like, interactive movie type of games. I could be wrong, but as always, we have some gameplay footage up here to show off what kind of game it is. Anyway, okay. The next game, I gotta turn the entire box over to get to, and yes, I feel 2 games that are the length of the box, so I stood up the second one in the box so that way I can pull it out easily. I got a glimpse of something green, so I know it's an Xbox 360 game, but I didn't see what it was. So let's look at that together. We got... I don't know where I saw green. This is a PS2 game. Anyway, we got ATV Off-Road Fury 2. This is heavy. This is definitely complete. There we go. That is a thick manual. Yeah, guys, remember when manuals used to be like a book? This is actually really thick. I've actually never seen a manual this... I mean, I'm sure I have seen a manual this thick, but this is like a book. Yeah, we got ATV, Blaze Your Own Trail. Yeah, just a racing game on ATVs. 20 authentic ATVs, and there's 40 environments. That's actually really big. 40 tracks, I guess. That's pretty cool. Okay. So, yeah, we got a PS2 game. I'm still confused. I'm like, why did I see a glimpse of green from an Xbox 360 game? Well, maybe this other one's a 360 game. We'll see. This one's sealed, whatever it is. Okay, we got... Okay, it is not sealed. I am just losing it today. I swore I saw green on a PS2, and I could have sworn that I felt a sealed 360 game, and it is not sealed. But we got Dynasty Warriors 6 on 360. Unfortunately, this is not complete. Case isn't in the best shape. There's a tab broken there. So yeah, it's a little loose. But I can pick up a replacement case pretty easily. There's a little bit of water damage or some kind of stain here, unfortunately, but I mean, the disc is fine though. And if I swap out the case, although the case isn't... I have worse cases than this. I do need to get the manual though, so that way I can make this at least complete in box. Dynasty Warriors games are fun. They're fun for a little bit. Like after like 1 or 2 levels, you're like, alright, I got my fill for a little bit. So if I ever did play a Dynasty Warriors game on the channel, that's probably how I would do it, is I would do it before recording something else, just so that way I don't get burnt out on it at once. So, I don't know, do a level or 2, and then be like, alright, cool, and then probably do that along with another series, probably on 360, so that way I don't have to swap out, like, stuff. But yeah, I can see that being fun for a little bit, and maybe fun for the channel. I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game. I've only played a little bit of Hyrule Warriors, the very first one on Wii U back in 2014. Wow, that's going back a long time. So yeah, anyway, this was a pretty good box. Not like super amazing crazy, but overall I'm pretty happy with this. I don't think any of these are duplicates. I know for a fact these aren't duplicates. These 2, I know I've got some Dynasty Warriors games. I don't think I have that one though. These might be wishlist items, so I guess for right now I'll say that these 2 are my pick of the box. But before you guys go... well, there's more in the video. But before I leave this section, I want to talk about the boss chest giveaway, which you guys can pause it here, or in the description below is a link to the boss chest giveaway, where you guys can get a box for yourself and take a picture of it, enter the boss chest giveaway, where you could possibly win a game console. On my very first Retro Game Treasure, I remember the boss chest giveaway item was a Sega Master System, which at the time I was really excited because I didn't have a Master System. Now I have one, but I didn't back in 2019, and that would have been a fun way to get a Sega Master System, and then through RGT get some games for my Sega Master System. I remember another time a Sega Genesis was a boss chest giveaway. I remember a PS1 was a boss chest giveaway item. I don't know how frequently they do these, if it's once a month, once a quarter, once a year. I have no idea. But yeah, enter the boss chest giveaway, and you could potentially win a game console, and then through RGT get games for your game console, which is really fun. Also, in that description is a link to my personal referral code, and if I get 3 people, 1, 2, 3, 3 people. If I get 3 people using my referral code, I will get a second box for free, which means a double unboxing video, which would be really fun. I've never had that happen before, and I just think that'd be really cool to do at least once. Anyway, don't click off the video yet because we have an entire pickup section, smaller than normal, but still some pretty good stuff here. So, let's see what else I got throughout the last couple months, or I guess since my last box. Okay, let's go over some pickups. First will be stuff from December. I got some stuff for Christmas, so I figured I'd start off with that, including WarioWare Move It on the Switch. It's got a really nice inner sleeve there. Typical WarioWare game where you have all the little micro games and stuff. I don't know why I got the PAL version. Apparently Amazon loves to send people PAL versions of games. I mean, fortunately the Switch is region free, so I can play a PAL game just fine. It's just really weird that I got a game for Christmas last year that was PAL, and then I got this game that's PAL, and then I also got Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, also PAL region. I don't understand on why Amazon does that. Anyway, it's got a nice inner sleeve as well. It's also got some DLC for a banana costume for your monkey, which is really cute. Let's see how it compares to Monkey Ball 1. I don't think anything's going to compare to Monkey Ball 1, mostly because of nostalgia and stuff. But people do say that 1 and 2 are the best of the series, but I have heard really good things about Banana Rumble as well. I didn't know this game existed, mostly because of the name, because you've got Banana Blitz, you've got Banana Mania, and now Banana Rumble. That when I saw Banana Rumble, oh, I already have that game. But no, I was thinking of Banana Mania. Banana Rumble is a whole new game with a whole new one-player, but also multiplayer. It's probably got some new mini-games as well. It's a whole new experience, unlike the game. I mean, similar to the GameCube, obviously, but it's a different game. Not at all like a reboot or a rehash or whatever. It's a new game in the series. I just didn't know it existed because Sega, you need to move away from the banana. I get it, they're monkeys, it's cute, but you gotta have different names other than Banana Blitz, Banana Mania, Banana Rumble, because those names are way too similar. We're going to assume that it's just another game that we already have. The other thing I was really excited to get this Zelda amiibo. Yeah, I know, it's Link, but Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Link amiibo. This actually is the last Zelda amiibo that I need, and now I have a full set of Zelda amiibos. This one was just one I was never able to find, but I'm really excited to get it. I mean, for one, it's based off of Twilight Princess, which is an amazing Zelda game. Yes, guys, I've actually beaten that one a couple times. But yeah, that one's really cool. So those were a few things I got for Christmas, along with a CD and a couple anime items, and obviously all the anime stuff I got the week before. Check out that massive, almost hour-long anime unboxing goodness. But anyway, there was that, and then the following weekend, so still in December, the last weekend of December, they have at GameStop the buy two get one free on all pre-owned games, and there was some stuff I wanted to get. There were a couple games that were also on sale that were new, so I figured I would go ahead and pick up Alan Wake 2 on PS5 for $40 when it's probably I'm assuming a $50 or $60 game normally. But that's really exciting. Yeah, it's remastered, it looks like. Enhanced. PlayStation 5 enhanced features vary by game, internet. Yeah, okay. All that stuff. I've never played the Alan Wake games. I have Alan Wake 1 on 360. So, I'm intrigued to play the sequel. I hear it's got a really good story, and I love games with good stories. Another new game, this one, there were a few games that were on sale, but I guess I put a lot of those back. But anyway, I got Rado Remastered. I don't know what it's remastered from, because I never knew this game existed until they announced it on the Switch. Was that this year or last year? I mean, obviously, the date on when this version came out is up there in that screen. But, I mean, it's an Atlas game. I'm assuming, I mean, when I got this game, it reminded me a lot of like a Persona type game, so I think that it might be either related to Persona or done by the same people that did Persona, Future Me. Am I right on that? Obviously, as always, you are confirming or denying that, but that was the reason why I'm like, oh, I think it's tied to Persona in some way. So that's the reason why I wanted to pick it up, and I wanted to get the Switch 1 version over the Switch 2 version, because the Switch 2 version is a key card, Switch 1 version is all on the cart, so that made the Switch 1 version a little bit more valuable to me. I also picked up, and even though this one is pre-owned, this was not one of the 3 games tied to the buy 2 get 1 free. It's just, I saw this at GameStop, and it intrigued me. I mean, 360 games you just don't see anymore. It is complete in box. I mean, you have the outer sleeve here. You've got, obviously, the game. It is complete. The disc is spotless. Back when Ubisoft was actually a good company before they went weird in the last couple of years. But you see this graphic novel included. Yes, it is. Yeah, we have a full manga that I guess is related to the game in some way. It even tells you to read like that. I mean, in my case, I just kind of know, like, without even thinking about it. But it is nice for those that don't know manga to stop, and you're reading it from the wrong way. And it's got an advertisement for Import Tuner Challenge that's coming out in the fall of 2006. That tells you that this game is almost 20 years old. Anyway, just a RPG. Yeah. Now, the stuff that I did get for the buy two, get one free. This was kind of the heavy purchase. Was Paper Mario Origami King. I do not have this one. got a really nice sleeve as well. Yeah, this is one that I don't know why it took me this long to get. I guess I was just waiting for the price to go down, or maybe I thought I already had it or something. But I saw it at the GameStop, and it's like $45, or 42, I guess. And I'm thinking like, I don't think I'm going to get this game any cheaper because Nintendo stuff obviously holds their value, especially like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, all that stuff. Those games hold their value. So I'm like, yeah, let's pick that up. Um, and I managed to get this as well. I know this is controversial because people are like, yeah, they made some changes between Silent Hill 2 original and this one because this isn't just a this isn't a remaster. This is like a from the ground up remake of Silent Hill 2. And because it's a remake from a game that was on PS2 back in the early 2000s, there's some things that they felt they had to change that aren't good for modern audiences or whatever. And so I know it's a controversial take, but I figure, well, I'll go ahead and take a chance on it. I do have the PS3 HD remaster, which I know people say that's also a controversial version because it's like kind of blurry or something. I don't remember what people said was the problem with that one. I just know that people say no. If you want a true Silent Hill 2 experience, you need to pick up the original on PS2, which I might at some point. I never saw a problem with the PS3 version, but I guess there's a problem with it. I don't know. But I do know a little bit about this one, at least as far as it being controversial and all that stuff. And then because I got these two games, I got Harvestella for free, which I don't know anything about this game outside of it being Square Enix. So it's an RPG, but it's not really an RPG. I mean, it is, but it's like one of those farming sim games in some fantasy world, I guess, where you gotta tend to your garden and plant crops and stuff, but you can also go on adventures and fight things, but it's probably fighting things to get resources for your garden and stuff. I've never played a game like this before, but it was free, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not really losing anything because it's free. I mean, if I don't like it, I guess I'll just sell it. I mean, I'm not one to usually sell games. I usually hang on to it because what if this game that I truly, truly hated and I got rid of it and I realized, like, I kind of miss playing that game, or maybe that game's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I should have given it a second chance. Too bad I sold it, so I keep it. But I hear it's good. I do hear it's a good game. It's just in a genre that I've never really explored before, so I don't know what to expect with it. But I'd say that 2026 is starting off with some strong pickups. I mean, this is technically the end of 2025, but you guys are saying this obviously in January 2026, and I say we're starting off strong. And like I said, if you want to see any of these games played on the channel, let me know, and I'll put that on the request list, and we'll see if we can get to it at some point. Obviously, I've got a lot on the request list already, and it all depends on if Kaj or Fruit or Phoenix claimed one of these games, and trying to figure out how to meet up with everybody's busy schedules. But yeah, go ahead and share what you want to see played on the channel, and I'll write that down. Alright, let's move on to the next section. Well, that's actually all I got. And all of that was in 2025, so I've actually not gotten a new game except for the Retro Game Treasure at all in 2026. So I've not actually bought a new game in 2026. So that's kind of crazy, actually. But I guess that's a good way to save up money. December was a crazy expensive month. November and December were just crazy, like, expensive. So I'm kind of glad to have a month where I didn't spend a lot. Plus I got a convention coming up, and well, you know how expensive conventions are. So expect a video on that coming up. Probably the next week and a half, something like that. where I'm going to actually, based on the controversy of this convention, I don't want to have a bunch of thumbs down on this video, so I'll leave the name of the convention quiet for right now, and just expect a convention video coming up in the next week or two. But anyway, yeah, this still some good stuff, and as always, if there's something that you saw in the video that you want to see played on the channel, let me know, and I will put it on the request list. Your requests are not ignored. It has just been really crazy with getting time to record some stuff. Just, I don't know, life is busy. Adulting is hard, and thanks to adulting, it's sometimes impossible to have some time to record for a couple hours. But I've got some Dead Rising 2 off the record coming, so expect more of that when I'm remembering that I have videos to upload. That's usually what it is. I've got like two or three more episodes before I need to record more, but I've got a few more episodes of Dead Rising 2 off the record to upload, and obviously I've got some more that I want to record here pretty soon, and it's been fun going through that game. It's really fun seeing the differences between that versus the original Dead Rising 2, so if you guys aren't familiar with either game, I've played through all of Dead Rising 2, and it's on the channel, and I don't know, maybe halfway through off the record, something like that. And that is currently being uploaded when I remember, so definitely check that out. I hope you enjoy those. But before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified for when another video comes out, whether that is more Dead Rising 2, or maybe you guys really wanted me to play Life is Strange or something on the channel. Yeah, let me know, and I will put that on the request list, and it could be played on the channel pretty soon. It could be tomorrow, it could be in 15 years, or 30 years. 70 years. I don't know. But your requests will not be ignored. I do have a list of every game that people have requested to me, and I'm slowly getting through that list, and I do mean very slowly, but I am paying attention. I am taking note of every game that people request. Just be patient. I'm a one-man team on pretty much everything. When I'm not recording with Kaj, Phoenix, and Fruit, I am a one-man team that is recording, editing, uploading, all that by myself. So, sometimes it gets hard. Like I said, adulting is hard. I also have a Facebook page where all these videos are posted on Facebook as well. Just another way to interact with you guys. Most people don't, but it's just another option for you guys if you wanted to. I also have an Instagram that I forget I have until I advertise it. I've got a lot of cool stuff I'd love to share on there, and I just keep forgetting that I even have it in the first place. But the thing I don't forget about is the Discord server, where we talk about video games and anime and Pokemon and post memes, talk about nostalgia, a lot of fun stuff on the Discord. All you gotta do is just say, hey, I want to join. I'll send you a personal link, and you can join our community of nerds where we have fun, hang out, nerd out, and talk about, like I said, video games, Pokemon, anime, whatever it is, and it's a fun community, and we'd love to have you join us. But until then, I'm going to stop this video here because I'm rambling on a lot more than normal, and that's boring to you guys, probably. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.